Start this shit. Hello? All right, I'm just gonna make a quick video. We know we got him right where we want him, ladies and gentlemen. Watch this. Make sure we all email Alan Merritt and tell him he's a little weasel too. Remember, my hearing is tomorrow. Watch what they pulled. This is how petty they are. But that means that we're winning. Look. Now remember, when I responded to their motion about my mental competence, I threw in there that, hey, by the way, watch. This is how petty it's gotten. This is how petty it's gotten. This is how you know Lane Myers is winning. All right. So when they sent me that motion that on the 8th, October 8th, they filed the motion to have my examination. On October 8th, they filed the request for my mental exam. I responded on the 14th or 15th and said, hey, cool story, bro. But also, your shit violates your 47-page motion. Doesn't, it's longer than 11 pages, right? That was on the 14th. Today's the 21st, the day before the hearing tomorrow, when the motion will probably get looked at. And so I responded and said, yeah, your arguments suck and you excluded the late page. So what did they file today? Look at this I got the Michael G. Rankin and Alec Merritt. I got the Tucson City and the deputy city attorney fucking running like Lane Myers owns these fools. They should just name this Lane Myers Tucson City attorney. Look at this shit what they tried to pull today. Now, remind you, today's the 21st and they filed their motion on the 8th. Now the rules, let's see, where the rules are effective. The rules are effective July 1st, 2023. Today's October 21st, 2024. Let's pull up their motion. Where's that he cray shit? Boy, he crazy. Right here. Look. The 8th. Submitted the 8th of October. They submitted a 47-page motion. Well, 16-page motion with the rest of it in attachments on the 8th. The rules have been in place since 7/1/23, and now instead, so they were in violation of the rule when they filed it, right? They knew they filed this motion, and when they filed it, the motion was not in compliance with the rule, and they did not request leave when they exceeded it, right? And so, now watch, look now, they're so worried because I called them out for it being in violation, like ridiculous amounts. They said now they're asking permission to have a 47-page motion 13 days later, not at the same time, not until Lane pointed it out, but now because they're worried their motion for mental exam might get denied because it's stricken because it's over the limits, just like mine got stricken for the world bullshit, right? And here's how petty they are. This is how we know they're winning. Make sure you get a hold of these people right now, and let them know. They're so worried that they're going to get denied for their motion being stricken that on the day before the hearing, they put they're requesting leave means permission. They want to be able to, they want the court to give them permission for the motion being too long. Now, they want to do that now, not before. So therefore, they're saying on October 8th, the state filed a motion. The motion is 16 pages, right? On October 14th, defendant filed in which he points out the state's motion exceeds the plate. Now remember, I'm supposed to be in my motion, in my response to them being incompetent, I showed them that they were incompetent, and now they're requesting permission later. in hindsight. The defendant points out the state's motion exceeds the page limits and requests the motion be stricken for that reason. Also, on October 14th, the defendant filed a separate brief in support of response and opposition. He's saying that unless the court orders otherwise, it may not exceed 11, right? Also, parties on a party's request or on its own, the court may waive a requirement specified in this rule, or it may overlook a formal defect. So this is complete desperation because the court can just say, it's okay, I don't care if it's over 11. Just like they do with me when they say, oh, the rule says that, we're not going to follow it. The rule says that, we're not going to follow it. But they're so worried now that Lane Myers has the judge following the rules that they're fucking scared their motion is going to get dismissed because they broke the rules. But now remember, this is the Tucson city attorney and the deputy city attorney. These are the two best lawyers the city attorney has, and Lane Myers, the incompetent moron, pointed out that they were in violation, and now here they are the day before the hearing trying to say, hey, you know what? Lane Myers was right, wasn't it? Thus, because the rule allows the court to waive the page limit on its own, a motion should not be subject to being stricken simply because no written request was concurrently filed. Nevertheless, they're saying, listen to this word salad talk in circle. They're saying the rule allows the court to overlook it without a motion, right? See? A motion should not be stricken, right? Simply because no request for leave was filed. However, they're saying they're going to submit one just in case. The length of the motion is necessary to set forth the facts and applicable case law, court rules, and statutory authority presented in this matter. Now let's go see if there's a single case law in this. They said that the required case law. We're going to go through this motion right now they filed and find a single piece of case law. All right, let's see. Here's where they cite the rules of procedure. That's not case law. Rules of procedure. The docket. Let's see. Let's gaslight us some more. We're on page 7. I haven't seen a single piece of case law. Case law. I don't see any case law. All I see is use tissue. Let's see. Case law. Oh wait, let's see. Here's some. The case law is in the little thing down here. It's not even in their motion. And they said State versus Bush something. That's their case law, but it's not in the motion. It's in this little thing. Let's see. Let's see. I see court rules. All right, so I see one case citation not even in the motion. Okay. So, all right, so I see there's one case citation in the motion. Okay, let's go back. The length is necessary for the applicable case law, even though there is one little piece of case law. They need 17 pages to give to give 2 sentences. The court rules and the statutory authority. There was no statute. They literally cited the case rules. That's it. Moreover, though, they're saying, I know we're the attorneys, the highest ranking attorneys. We're in the Bar Association. We've been doing this for 30 years. We should have followed the rules. We didn't. He pointed out. So guess what? Moreover, it should be noted that the pro se incompetent moron separately filed brief failed to comply with the document formatting set forth for all documents. Unless the court orders otherwise, all documents other than a document as an exhibit or attachment must conform to a list of 10 specific formatting requirements. Of those 10 requirements listed, the defendant's brief violates 5 of them. Arizona Rule Criminal Procedure, the type size must be 13 points. The defendant's brief appears to be 12 point. So instead of, it's 13. Oh, what does that got to do with did I commit any crimes? Arizona, there must be page numbers on all but the first page. No page numbers. Ooh, they got me. The brief must be double spaced, which it is not. The headings must be underlined, italicized, and or bolded, which they are not. The case names must be underlined or italicized, which they are not. Therefore, it is if the court is inclined to deny the state's request to exceed the page limit and strike all the motions, then it should also strike mine. So now they're saying, get rid of my motion for competency. Well, if you're gonna strike mine, strike his too. So basically, after that whole dog and pony show about being mentally examined and all this shit, they're saying, could you just throw that in the trash because we fucked up? We fucked up. His word is 1 point too small. Can you just throw those motions in the trash? We don't actually want him examined for competency now. We want it thrown out because his word size is one size too big or small. Yeah, okay, buddy. Let's see how that's gonna work. Yeah, right. Okay. Hey, throw out his argument because it's 13 instead of 12. Fuck you, Alan Merritt, you fucking clown.
We're out here today to ensure our natural rights are respected by those who swore an oath to support, protect, and defend the rights of the people. The purpose of all interactions is to peacefully promote government accountability and transparency. Please like, share, and subscribe so this message can reach as many people as possible. I implore you to peacefully seek redress to any and all of your grievances. This is a public service.